How's it going, everyone? This is Run Gaming Connoisseur, and welcome back to another video of Let's Play Modern Online 2 Beta. Alright, so today we're playing on version 0.1.12.7. Alright, so today I'm just going to continue on with my game guide series, and today I wanted to talk about the topic of making money in the player-driven marketplace, or the player-driven economy. All right, so I'm just going to make a piece of armor right now. Just going to make I'll make it a torso instead. Okay, so this is the Tinjomic Guard torso, and I'm going to use full grain leather for both the core and the padding. And we're going to put 100%. For both the core and the padding material. And so I do have crafting skill at 70, and so just a note that in Modern Online 2 you only need skill level 70 in all the crafting and related skills, such as the material law, to craft the best quality item. So you do not need 100 in all the skills, you only need 70. The 100 skill level is only if you want to put your signature. When people mouse over it, then it will say made by player so-and-so, and also you can name the equipment. But for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to go down and craft. It gives me a title. Okay. And so I think the key binding is a little bit wrong. When I press C, it closes the compass. Okay, so and Favenham is very crowded. You got people, I think people are talking or something, and you've got some players are warping, so you do get some warping in from some players. So okay, so maybe tonight everyone's warping, but the server is based in London right now. Okay, so just going to show you some of the things that I've learned from playing Modern Online 1. For the many years I've been playing it. And so, alright, so if you want to participate in the player-driven marketplace, or the player-driven economy, what you got to understand is that this game kind of simulates in some sense a real-world economy. Maybe not one-to-one, but it does resemble some aspects of it. So here you can see right now all the items are on sale in Favenham, and so one thing you got to keep in mind is that all the items that are on sale in the market broker are location specific. So, or you can call it local marketplace. So there is no global market broker. Let's say you want to buy a item in, let's say, Medouli, which is another town that's nearby. You cannot buy it here. You got to actually go to. Oh, this is actually pretty cool. That's because in Medouli you can craft. I think cuprum is in abundant supply, so I'm not sure whether it's actually made out of malarium. So yeah, so it is malarium iron bone. But if you want to buy these items, you got to go to Medouli. You can't buy it here. There's no option for you to buy it, and all the items, you can find it here, separated into categories, items, equipment, and goods. You can sort the items based on the time and the cost, or the category. And you can also sell your items. You can put. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to sell this item here, and so before I sell the item, I'm going to just talk about what you should keep in mind when you're selling an item. So Now, this is a highest quality item you can make using full grain leather, and since full grain leather is so easy to acquire, you know, you've got to take into account several factors. So, you know, since I've maxed out all my skills to 70, which is the maximum you need to craft the highest quality of an item, keep in mind that it's not just the skill level of the crafting skill level, but also the material law and any other skills that are required to craft this item. You need it at 70 for all the skills. And so take into account that the quality. So this is a top quality item. So I'm gonna put, you know, 50 silvers, and I'm gonna keep it at 50. Actually, I might drop it to 40 because you got to consider that the material is so easy to acquire, and so you know you don't want to. Actually, I might just put it to, yeah, I'll leave it at 40 because you know, I have max skills. And so keep in mind the material that you're using, and also you know, the fact that this is a low tier, you know, this is basically a starter armor. You know, this is a soft armor, and soft armor are generally quite, I would say, quite cheap. Not in the sense that they're just, you know, trash armor, but they're considered tier, you know, low tier armor. So not to the same tier as plate armor or, you know, other higher end, you know, gear. And so when you're setting a price for your item, just, you know, be realistic. You know, don't be greedy. You know, don't put like 20 gold or anything like that, because people are gonna pick up straight away that you are a greedy player, or they're gonna say that you are trying to scam people. And I do have a footage of an example of what is obviously a scam. So I think the example that I've shown you is an extreme example, but you get the idea. You know, it's you know, if you put up an item and you know, item that's obviously not worth very much, and you try and charge like an exorbitant price, you know, most veterans, people who know how to play this game, will pick up straight away that you are a scammer. You're trying to scam people, and you know, your reputation could drop. And so don't do that. You know, don't try and scam people, because you obviously, you know, you have only one character, so you know that will instantly affect your reputation across the server. There is only one server on this game, so you know, you do not have, you know, the luxury of, you know, just, you know, doing things that are obviously going to damage your reputation. But at the same time, don't be you know, don't underprice or don't underprice your items. I remember one time many years ago, I was you know, back in MMO1, you had this system of veteran points. So every month that you subscribe to the game, that is, you paid a subscription fee, you would get a you know, 1 veteran point. And so that, you know, once you accumulate a certain number of veteran points, you can you know, buy yourself a veteran reward. So I got myself a syndromic cape one time, and I thought, you know, since I've got more than one, I decided to sell one of them. And at the time, I wasn't aware that, you know, those capes were worth at least 500 gold. So on the market, I actually put, you know, I only put 5 gold for that item. And you know, as it turns out, you know, several players actually reached out to me and told me that, you know, I shouldn't do that, you know, because it's, you know, it's having a, you know, it's not a good thing for the economy, because I'm underpricing it. And so, you know, I did learn from that, and so in the future, I did put it at, you know, at least 500 gold. So that's both extremes of, you know, don't be greedy, and at the same time, don't undersell your items. Be realistic, and you know, take into account your skill level, you know, your crafting skill level, and the item, the material that it's made out of. the stats as well, and the durability and the weight. Take into account all these factors, and also how easy it is to acquire the material. So full grain leather you can just get right outside the city gate, right outside the town gates. Kill just one farm pig, and you can get quite a bit of full grain leather. If you butcher it at the butcher table. So so take a rough estimate of how much you would your item would be worth, and then just sell it. Oh, okay. So you gotta keep in mind. I forgot to get the. I'll be back. I just get the. Let me grab my whole stack of silver just in case. So there is a listing fee as well. So this is my first time selling an item on the broker. So I wasn't aware. Okay, something's wrong here. I put it. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, so I think that's a bug. I'll report that. I think that's a bug. I'll report that later. So once you have the necessary broker fee, you can put it on the market, and you can set number of days. The default is 7 days, but you can set it to whatever you want, up to the maximum that it is capable of supporting. And okay, there you go. So you should see there you go. My item is here, and so strangely enough, it doesn't. Okay, it does show the name of the seller. Okay, so now, I'm selling it at 40 silvers, and so another thing to keep in mind is also the. Let me check out any other armors. Other armors that are being sold. Okay, so there's another guy that's selling it for 80. Other people are selling it for 50, and so I think I am selling at a reasonable price. I took a guess, and so that's how you other people are obviously aware that they can't oversell or undersell their items, overprice or underprice their items, and so I think I am sort of doing fairly well in sort of estimating, giving it a self-appraisal of what my item is worth. And so this is this is Caladium padded. They called it a mage armor. Obviously this has been I think been renamed by the person who obviously has 100 skill level, so they named it mage. But yeah, you can tell it's Caladium padded torso, and what material it's made out of. So I think the item I think that price is reasonable because of the fact that it's made out of horn scales and silk, and it's impeccable quality. So, and now when you have, I think if I'm not mistaken, if you have it at skill level 100, you do get also a durability bonus. Okay, so I think my item selling at 40 silvers is fairly reasonable. And now another thing to keep in mind as well is that if you have a monopoly of that particular item, that is to say that no one else is selling that particular item that you're selling, then you can let's say, for example, let's pretend that there's only this seller ZYZY selling this item. Then you could say that you have a monopoly over this particular item in this town. But back in the but as I was saying earlier, don't be greedy and don't underprice your items. Still keep to the same principle of estimating how much your item would be worth if there was a competitive market for your item. So just because you have a monopoly of of this particular item doesn't mean that you should just go go crazy and put this up at 20 gold or anything, because players in this game, I think players are not stupid. They're not gonna, if it's too expensive for them, then they're not gonna buy it. It doesn't matter whether you have a monopoly of this item or not. They're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna buy it unless your item is made out of it's made out of white wood. So let's say your item is made out of the most top tier material, then maybe you can put it at a higher price. But if you go crazy on the price, then it's not gonna sell. I don't think players are gonna say it's too expensive, because there is full looting in this game. So you got to take that into account as well. You can't sell it for 200 gold, because if the player who buys it and then loses it on the battlefield, if they lose it, then they've not only lost that item, but they've lost 200 gold. So every item has value tied to it, depending on what the person bought it for. So just keep that in mind. This is not WoW. You can't sell an item for 200 gold and then expect people to buy it, because there is full looting in this game. So you have to be realistic and reasonable that items are going to be lost upon death. And there's so many ways, given the fact that there's so many ways for you to die in this game, or when thievery comes, it can be just stolen out of the player's inventory. So just keep that in mind when you're selling your things. Okay, so, and if you go to the buy orders, there are, I think people can put up so items that you're selling and items that you're buying are all listed here. You can cancel the sale if you change your mind later. And I think you can, I think coming soon. All right. So I think this button here allows you to set up a buy order. So you can. So if I'm not mistaken, this is similar to I think Ultima Online many years ago. You can put up buy orders. So essentially, what you'd be doing is you're creating a quest of some sort. And your coins are listed here as well. The coins that you have in your inventory, they're all reflected here. So basically, you would be creating a quest. Let's say you need 1,000 units of wood. Then you would put the item up here for players to fulfill. I think that's what it does. I can't show you right now because it's not implemented yet. This is still beta. But I presume that that's what it would do. You would create a quest and you would put the purchase price and how much you're buying it for, and then players would fulfill that buy order. And so you can actually stay in town without having to leave and seek out the item that you need. You can just sit in the market and put up a buy order and then wait for some player to fulfill it. And so obviously I think this would do very well in a populated town like Fabenham, because there would be a lot of player traffic, and it would people would more likely see it, and those who are adventurers and people who go out there to hunt creatures, then they got their resource gatherers, then they can go out there and gather it for you and bring it back here and then put it fulfill it. They would put the supply the item that you're requesting, and then they would get paid, and then you would get your item. So I think that's how it works. But again, since this is not implemented yet, I can't show you. But that's just a brief guide on how to participate and make money in the player-driven marketplace. And so that's why I say, it does reflect a certain aspects of the real world economy. There is, I don't think that's, I don't think you can, obviously go and sell your items, so expensive or so cheap, as to disrupt the economy, because, you know, um, once again, you do have reputation in this game. So if you do something stupid, you would either be looked down upon, people would not look very kindly to it, and you would have to amend your ways, and I suppose just play along with the economy rather than trying to disrupt it, because one thing, if there's one thing I've learned, is that people do not like to have their economy disrupted, and that's what I learned when I sold my my endemic cape back in MMO1 for 5 gold instead of 500. That is one thing I've learned. It's not good to disrupt the economy, because it not only affects the local economy, but it affects everyone else. Because if you undersell or overprice or underprice your items, it could have a rippling effect across the other towns as well. So what is that? Okay, so I think it's a horse tail clipping through. So don't think you can underprice or overprice your item and then just get away with it, because not only is it going to upset people, but it's also going to potentially have an effect on not just the local economy here in the town, but also in other towns as well, because it would affect the price of other related items, such as the material and so forth. All right. Okay, someone's. I think someone's doing a war cry. Okay. All right, so I think this is. I think I'll leave it here, and so hopefully you've. Yeah, some players are warping, others are not, but most of them are. So I think it's a case of maybe too many players. I think, or maybe it's just my location. I am fairly far away from the server, so that could be another reason as well. But yeah, so I think hope that you found this video useful, and obviously players are having fun here. I think players are enjoying the beta. But yeah, I think this is where I'll leave it here. So thank you very much for watching today, and hope that you found this video useful and enjoyable to watch as much as I had fun making it. And so as always, if you could please like the video, and if you have any comments, please leave it in the section below. Please do subscribe to my channel, and please share this video. And so I will be back and next time to do more, cover more aspects of this game in the Game Guide series. So until next time, this is Fine Gaming Connoisseur. Take care. What is he doing? Take care and have a good day. Is he gonna... Okay. Alright. Oh, they're gonna fight. Or I think I'll just... Why are they surrounding this guy? Are they in the same... Okay, they're in the same guild. Okay. Palace Confederation. Okay. Alright, so this is some guild activity. Okay. Alright, so see you guys next time.